Hi, guys. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about something in language arts, which is our new concept for the week, which is called synonyms and antonyms. Not cinnamon, like cinnamon rolls, synonyms. Say with me, synonym and antonym. Okay, so let's move me up there. So our title is synonyms. And remember that little thing means and antonyms. Synonyms and antonyms. So we're going to focus on part of both of these words because the nyms part is the same, isn't it? But let's look at syn and ant. So syn, means same, and ant means opposite. So usually when you see that part, usually when you see that part of a word inside of another word, it means that something with the meaning has to do with same and opposite, okay? So synonym means same. Synchronize means to be together. I can't think of another syn word right now, but let's think of like ant, like anti, whatever, usually means not that or opposite of that, okay? So when we have two words that are synonyms, let's go ahead and make just a T-chart right here. That means that they are the same. They have the same meaning. So we're going to write synonyms are words. I'm writing on the line. You know who I'm talking to, people. Are words that have the same meaning. Okay? So take a second and copy that. Excuse me. And then antonyms are also words. So like two or more words, basically. Antonyms are words that have opposite meanings. Okay? Something that's really important. So it's not just that they have different meanings, because blue and stapler, those are obviously different things, right? But blue and stapler are not opposites. So something that's super important is that synonyms and antonyms, whichever one you're talking about, your two words or your multiple words have to be the same part of speech. So they have to both be adjectives or both be nouns or both be verbs. Okay? So walk and calm can't be synonyms because they're not the same part of speech. Walk is a verb and calm is an adjective. Okay? So let me give you some examples. So let's say that I have whisper. No. Let's say that I have, one second, let me look at this. Let me get this little guy that I need right here. Here we go. Let's go with large. Large. Okay? And do a plus sign. No, don't do a plus sign. Large and big. Those are synonyms because they have the same meaning. And we're also going to underline these and put a little A for adjective. A for adjective. Okay? Large and big are synonyms. They mean the same-ish thing. They don't have to mean exactly the same thing, but they mean the same general thing. And they're both adjectives, so they can be synonyms. Okay? What about happy? Let's go down here to happy. Okay? And glad. Those are synonyms. They're both adjectives. And they mean the same thing. Let's extend our line down a little bit. Okay? What about said and remarked? Okay, both of those are ways that I say something, right? So they're verbs. So said is a verb, remarked is a verb. They mean the same thing. Like if I say, I remarked it's time for lunch, it means the same thing as I said it's time for lunch. So a really good reason to use synonyms is to spice up your writing a little bit. Remember how we talked about juicy words? So we want to include lots of juicy words in our writing, and a good way to do that is to not use just like big, happy, said, right? So we want to use bigger, juicier words, not necessarily bigger, but juicier, more exciting words like remarked, glad, large. Okay. So just think about that with your writing. Let's move over to antonyms. Remember, antonyms are opposite. So let's look at hot. Hot is a what type of speech? I mean, what part of speech? It's an adjective, right? So what would be an adjective that means the opposite of hot? Cold, right? Cold is the opposite of hot, and it is also an adjective. Okay. What about walk? That's a what part of speech? A verb. And what would be, that's a bad V, Ms. Hargrove. What would be an opposite of walk? Run, right? Run is also a verb. Same part of speech, and they mean the opposite things. They're antonyms. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do stop. Stop is a what part of speech? Stop. It's a verb. What would be the opposite of stop? That's also a verb. Go. Also a verb. Okay, so just to review, synonym means same, antonym means opposite. So synonyms are words with the same meaning. Antonyms are words that have opposite meanings. Okay? So large and big mean the same thing. They're synonyms. Happy and glad mean the same things. They're synonyms. Said and remarked mean the same thing. They're synonyms. Hot and cold are opposite. They're antonyms. Walk and run are opposite. They're antonyms. Stop and go are opposite. They're antonyms. Okay? So head on over to Seesaw and see if you can figure out if the pairs of words are synonyms or antonyms. Okay? Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow.